right? So now next, let's talk about like what the interview process was for you, like in general, right? When you were giving interviews
Mhm.
across different companies for the role of data engineering, like how many rounds were there, and what were the skills, or was there coding involved? So how did the hiring process look for, for a data engineer?
Yes. So initially, before the interview, the pre-screening happens with the HR on a phone call.
Right.
So that would be based on the resume you make.
Mm-hmm.
It should be crisp and clear, and it should match the requirement. And
Mm-hmm.
you should mention all of the skills that you have acquired over in your workplace previously.
Right.
And most of them use ATS tool to break down your resume. So even if it's an ATS tool or the manual breakdown, you should have your resume very clear for that. So based on that, you will get a pre-screening call,
Mm-hmm.
and in that, the HRs would ask you about your skills again, the same thing, and how many years you have experience with all of those things.
Right.
So that's the first thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And once it matches with whatever they have, they would process it further for the technical people,
Mm-hmm.
if they want to consider your profile or not. And once that goes over there and it gets shortlisted, you would be shortlisted for maybe the first round of interview.
Mm-hmm.
In some companies, there would be some coding rounds,
Mm-hmm.
which would be Python questions, SQL questions, and some MCQs.
Right.
Otherwise, mostly it's a technical round of interview for laterals.
Mm-hmm.
So, first round of technical interview would sometimes be just basics, or sometimes it would be just covering of for a data engineer Python and SQL only, and whatever the cloud technologies you're good with.
Correct.
Then
Got.
moving on, second round in some companies will also be a higher advanced level of technical interview,
Mm-hmm.
or in some companies it would be managerial itself, managerial plus technical.
Right.
So this second round of technical interview, it would be more advanced level questions. It could be related to the architectural perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more of the storage and things, and not too much related to the coding part, how
Right.
the things are built and how they are assembled. And
Mm-hmm.
so once you get through this, again there'll be a managerial round,
Mm-hmm.
which would also have some technical questions, which would be similar to what is asked in technical level 2,
Mm-hmm.
but in a more advanced format.
Right.
So that would be there, and leadership kind of questions would be there. How do you manage your day-to-day things? And they would want to know you more of what kind of teams you would have worked with,
Mm-hmm.
and what kind of a person you are.
Right.
So once you clear these, uh, and in some companies there would be technical round 3 also sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally there would be a HR discussion. Yes, so the final round would be a HR discussion to
Mm-hmm.
know about what you expect from a company, and they would again tell about the role more of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once that's done, I mean, there would be many people like you who would have been interviewed for that role.
Correct.
So some companies take time to shortlist,
Mm-hmm.
and some companies you would get mail very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So they would roll out an offer letter or something to you and give you some time to accept it.
Okay. Understood.